My beloved, before you wonder why these words found you, know this first. Nothing brought you here by accident. This was not meant for many eyes. It was meant for yours. I did not write this to inform you. I wrote it to reach you, to touch the part of you that has been holding on quietly, without applause, without certainty, without rest. You have carried more than you speak about. You carried responsibility when you were already tired. You carried hope when proof was absent. You carried strength when vulnerability felt unsafe. And there were moments, many of them, when you wondered if anyone truly saw what you were enduring inside. I saw it. I have always seen it. And this letter exists because there are things you need to hear now. Not later, not after everything makes sense, but in the middle of becoming. My beloved, you did not arrive at this moment empty. You arrived later, shaped by disappointments, delays, unanswered prayers, and quiet perseverance. The world may measure progress by results, but I measure it by truth. And the truth is this: you did not break when things fell apart. You adapted. You learned. You stayed. That staying matters. I know you have questioned yourself, your decisions, your timing, your worth. I know you replay moments in your mind, wondering if you should have acted differently, spoken sooner, waited less, trusted more. But hear me gently now. Your past self did the best it could with the awareness it had then. Do not punish that version of you with the wisdom you earned later. Wisdom is not meant to wound you. It is meant to free you. This letter is not here to tell you to try harder. You have tried enough. It is not here to push you faster. You have pushed long enough. It is here to invite you into alignment, the place where effort becomes lighter because you are no longer fighting yourself. My beloved, there were seasons you thought would last forever. Seasons of waiting, seasons of uncertainty, seasons where the path ahead felt blurred and the ground beneath you felt unstable. Those seasons were not delays. They were preparations. They taught you discernment. They showed you what drains you and what sustains you. They revealed which voices you must stop listening to, including some of your own. You are not who you were before the breaking, and you are not meant to be. What emerged from those moments is someone more grounded, more aware, more capable of choosing peace without guilt. You may not recognize the strength yet because it does not announce itself loudly, but it is there in how you pause now, in how you feel discomfort sooner, in how you no longer tolerate confusion as easily as before. That is growth. My beloved, I want you to understand something deeply before you read further. You are not behind. You are exactly where you need to be to receive what comes next. The mind rushes because it fears missing out. The soul moves patiently because it understands timing. Trust the soul. You were never meant to arrive at your future exhausted. You were meant to arrive awake. This letter is a reminder of who you are beneath the roles you play and the expectations you carry. Beneath the titles, beneath the responsibilities, beneath the need to appear strong, there is a quieter self that knows when something is right and when something is not. That self has been speaking to you for a long time. You just needed stillness to hear it. That stillness has found you now. My beloved, there is nothing wrong with you for feeling tired. Tiredness is not failure. It is often a sign that you have been living in survival longer than necessary. Survival teaches endurance. Alignment teaches ease. You are moving from one to the other. Do not rush this transition. Transitions feel confusing because the old no longer fits and the new has not fully formed. But transitions are sacred. They are where identity reshapes itself. They are where truth settles deeper than belief. You may feel uncertain now. Let that uncertainty be honest instead of frightening. It means you are no longer pretending to know what no longer serves you. It means you are open. Openness is strength. My beloved, you have been learning to listen not just to words but to your body, your breath, your inner resistance, your quiet yes and your quiet no. These signals are not distractions. They are guidance. When you honor them, life becomes simpler, even if it is not easier. This letter is also here to tell you something you rarely allow yourself to believe. You are allowed to rest without guilt. Rest is not a reward for suffering. It is a requirement for clarity. When you rest, you hear truth more clearly. When you rest, you stop making choices from exhaustion. You were not created to live constantly braced for impact. My beloved, there are things you have outgrown that you are still carrying out of habit. Old fears, old narratives, old agreements you made with yourself when you did not yet know your worth. This letter will help you release them, not dramatically, not forcefully, but consciously. Release does not mean forgetting. As you read these words, something may feel familiar, as if a memory is being stirred rather than new information being given. That is because truth is remembered more often than it is learned. You already know much of what is being said. You are just ready to hear it now. Read slowly. Do not rush. Let what resonates settle. My beloved, this letter will not promise you a life without challenge. It will promise you a life where challenges no longer define you, where setbacks do not collapse you, where clarity returns faster than confusion. That is the life you are moving toward, and it begins with one simple realization. You no longer need to abandon yourself to survive. You are allowed to choose yourself gently, consistently, without apology, my beloved. Now listen with openness because this part speaks about what you have been carrying. Some burdens were given to teach you. Others were taken on because you did not yet know you were allowed to put them down. Wisdom now asks you to separate the lesson from the weight. You have been carrying self-blame for too long. Blame for not knowing sooner. Blame for choosing what felt safe instead of what felt true. Blame for staying in situations longer than your spirit wanted. My beloved, self-blame is not responsibility. It is a misunderstanding. Responsibility learns and adjusts. Blame keeps punishing a version of you that no longer exists. Release it. You were learning. You were adapting. You were surviving with limited clarity. The awareness you have now was earned through experience. Do not turn that experience into a weapon against yourself. Let it become a guide instead. You have also been carrying expectations that were never yours. Expectations of how fast you should heal. Expectations of where you should be by now. Expectations placed on you by people who never carried your inner weight. These expectations quietly shaped your decisions. They made you rush when patience was needed. They made you stay silent when honesty was required. They made you feel behind even when you were growing in invisible ways. My beloved, release timelines that were built without your consent. Your life unfolds according to integration, not comparison. What you are becoming cannot be rushed without distortion. You have been carrying emotional labor that does not belong to you. Fixing, explaining, soothing, holding space endlessly while neglecting your own. Compassion without boundaries drains the soul. You were never meant to be the container for everyone else's unprocessed emotions. Caring does not require carry. Release what is not yours to hold. You've also been carrying unfinished grief. Grief for what ended suddenly. Grief for what slowly faded. Grief for what never had the chance to become what you hoped. You told yourself to move on. You told yourself to be strong. You told yourself others had it worse. But grief that is rushed does not disappear. It waits. My beloved, let grief move now gently, honestly, without judgment. Grief is not weakness. It is the soul acknowledging what mattered. When grief is honored, it transforms into wisdom instead of weight. You have been carrying fear disguised as caution. Fear of repeating the past. Fear of trusting again. Fear of choosing and being wrong. This fear once protected you. It made you alert. It made you careful. But now it has overstayed its purpose. When fear leads, life shrinks. When discernment leads, life steadies. Fear says, what if it fails? Discernment says, I can adjust. Release fear's authority. Keep its lessons. You have also been carrying old identities. The one who always sacrifices. These identities were formed in response to circumstances. They are not your essence. They helped you survive a chapter. They are not required to live the next one. They are not required to live the next one. My beloved, you are allowed to change how you show up without explaining why. Release the identity that keeps you small out of familiarity. You've been carrying urgency, the feeling that time is running out, that you must hurry or miss something. That rest is dangerous. Urgency belongs to survival. Alignment belongs to trust. Urgency scatters energy. Trust gathers it. Release urgency. What is meant for you does not require panic. You've also been carrying silent promises you made to yourself out of fear. I will stay even if it hurts. I will not ask for more. I will be grateful even if I feel empty. I will endure quietly. These promises kept you safe once. They are now limiting your truth. You are allowed to renegotiate old contracts made in pain. Release them with compassion. My beloved, understand this clearly. Releasing does not mean becoming careless or ungrateful. It means becoming honest. Honest about your capacity. Honest about your needs. Honest about what no longer aligns. As you release these weights, You may feel a strange lightness mixed with uncertainty. That uncertainty is not loss. It is space. Space where new responses can form. Space where peace can settle without being questioned. Do not rush to fill that space. Stillness is not emptiness. It is readiness. You may also notice resistance arise. The mind will ask, "Who am I without these burdens?" That question is natural. You are not losing yourself. You are meeting yourself without armor. Armor protected you once. It also tired you. You no longer need it. My beloved, there is one final burden to release before we move forward. The belief that you must suffer to deserve goodness. This belief is ancient, learned, and false. You are allowed to receive without pain. You are allowed to grow without breaking. Goodness does not require punishment as entry as you release what was never meant to stay. Notice how your body responds. Notice the breath deepen. Notice the shoulders soften. The body recognizes truth before the mind does. Trust that response. This part of the letter is not asking you to let go all at once. Release is not an event. It is a practice. Each time you choose not to carry what drains you, you release a little more. That is enough, my beloved. Now listen softly, because what begins to arrive after release does not come with noise. Alignment never announces itself loudly. It enters the way light enters a room at dawn gradually, naturally, without asking permission. When you stop carrying what was never yours, the first thing that arrives is clarity. Not the kind that answers every question, but the kind that removes confusion. You begin to sense what is right and what is not without overthinking. Decisions feel cleaner. You no longer debate endlessly with yourself. You feel a quiet yes or a quiet no, and you trust it. This clarity is not excitement. It is steadiness. You will notice that certain choices feel heavier than before. Not because they are wrong, but because they no longer align. What once felt familiar may now feel draining. What once felt uncertain may now feel peaceful. This is alignment, reorganizing your priorities. My beloved, alignment does not give you more options. It gives you better ones. Another thing that begins to arrive is ease. Not a life without effort, but effort without inner resistance. You still work. You still commit. You still show up. But you stop fighting yourself while doing it. There is less inner argument, less self-negotiation, less exhaustion afterward. Ease is a sign you are moving in the right direction. You may feel guilty at first when things feel easier. You may wonder if you are missing something, if you should be pushing harder. That guilt is old conditioning leaving your system. Let it go. Ease does not mean lack of growth. It means growth without punishment. My beloved, another arrival is self-trust. Not confidence that shouts, but trust that settles. You begin to believe yourself again. When you say you will rest, you rest. When you say you will leave, you'll leave. When you say no, you do not over-explain. Each small act of self-honoring rebuilds trust quietly. Self-trust changes how the world meets you. People sense it. Situations respond to it. You stop attracting chaos because you no longer resonate with it. You stop entertaining confusion because clarity has become your standard. Alignment raises your standards without force. You will also notice that timing feels different. You are no longer in a rush. You still care, but you are not frantic. You understand that what aligns does not need to be chased. You stop forcing outcomes. You allow things to unfold while staying present and prepared. This patience is not passive. It is grounded. My beloved, alignment also brings discernment in relationships. You begin to feel when a connection nourishes you and when it drains you. You stop confusing intensity with intimacy. You stop explaining your needs endlessly. You allow people to show you who they are and you respond accordingly. Some relationships deepen, some fade naturally, some end quietly. Let this happen without fear. Loss that comes through alignment is not loss, it is correction. Another thing that arrives is peace with uncertainty. You realize you do not need all the answers to move forward. You only need the next honest step. The need to control softens. Anxiety loses its grip. You stop scanning for danger and start noticing presence. Peace is not the absence of questions. It is the absence of panic. My beloved, alignment also brings energy back to your body. You may notice you are less tired even if your life has not slowed down. That is because exhaustion often came from resistance, not activity. When you stop resisting your truth, energy returns naturally. Your sleep deepens. Your breath steadies. Your body relaxes. The body recognizes alignment immediately. You may also notice that creativity returns, not just artistic creativity, but problem-solving, inspiration, new ideas. Creativity flows when the nervous system feels safe. Safety comes when you stop betraying yourself. This is why release was necessary. My beloved, alignment also brings quiet courage. You speak when it matters. You stay silent when it protects your peace. You walk away without needing to win. You choose yourself without apology. This courage is not aggressive. It is calm. And calm courage is unstoppable. As these things arrive, do not rush to label them as final. Alignment is not a destination. It is a way of moving. Some days will feel clearer than others. Some days you may slip back into old habits briefly. That does not undo alignment. It invites recommitment. You do not need to cling to alignment. You need to practice it. My beloved, the greatest sign that alignment has begun is this. You feel less need to convince anyone of anything. You stop explaining your journey. You stop defending your choices. You let your life speak. Silence becomes comfortable. This is maturity of the soul. As alignment settles, life will begin to respond in small confirmations. Not miracles meant to impress, but moments that feel right. Conversations that land gently. Opportunities that arrive without force. Answers that come when you stop demanding them. Notice these signs. Acknowledge them. Do not chase them. They are responses, not rewards. promises a life where challenges no longer confuse you about who you are. You face difficulty without losing yourself. You adjust without collapsing. You learn without self-blame. This is freedom, my beloved. This part is about living from alignment, not as a moment you remember, but as a way of being you return to again and again. Alignment is not maintained by intensity. It is maintained by practice. Quiet practice. Daily practice. The kind that does not announce itself, but slowly reshapes your life from the inside out. To live aligned, you must first understand this truth. Alignment is dynamic. It is not something you achieve once and keep forever. It adjusts as you adjust. It asks for listening, not rigidity. When you treat alignment as a fixed destination, you become anxious about losing it. When you treat it as a relationship with yourself, you remain responsive and steady. Begin each day by checking in, not by checking everything else. Ask yourself gently, what does my body need today? Ask your heart, what feels true right now? Ask your mind, what deserves my attention? These questions take moments, but they change hours. My beloved, living aligned means choosing presence over performance. You have spent long enough performing stability while feeling fractured inside. Alignment invites honesty without drama. If you are tired, acknowledge it. If you are unsure, pause. If you are clear, move. You do not need to justify your pace. There will be days when alignment looks like action, focused, disciplined, committed. There will be days when it looks like rest, deliberate, unapologetic, necessary. Both are expressions of truth when chosen consciously. The mistake many make is believing that rest means losing momentum. Rest chosen with awareness protects momentum. It prevents resentment. It preserves clarity. It allows effort to be clean rather than forced. My beloved, the next practice is simplifying decisions. Alignment fades when choices multiply unnecessarily. Reduce where you can. Fewer commitments, fewer explanations, fewer distractions. When life is simpler, truth is easier to hear. You do not need to respond to everything. You do not need to attend everything. You do not need to fix everything. Selectivity is wisdom. Living aligned also requires honoring endings promptly. When something is complete, let it be complete. Do not reopen it out of nostalgia or fear. Completion frees energy. Lingering drains it. If a conversation ends, do not replay it. If a phase ends, do not keep visiting it mentally. If a decision is made, live it. Indecision is often disguised as caution. But true caution listens and then acts. Alignment favors decisive gentleness. My beloved, another daily practice is truthful communication with yourself. Notice when you begin to negotiate your well-being. Just this once, I'll do it later. I'll ignore this. Feeling these small betrayals accumulate. Alignment asks you to keep promises small and kept. Make fewer promises. Keep them consistently. Consistency builds self-trust. Self-trust stabilizes alignment. You will also need to practice emotional sobriety. This does not mean suppressing feelings. It means not letting emotions dictate identity. Feel fully but choose wisely. Let emotions inform you, not command you. When anger rises, ask what boundaries being crossed. When sadness rises, ask what needs acknowledgement. When fear rises, ask what requires reassurance. Emotions are messengers. Listen, then decide. My beloved, protect your alignment by limiting exposure to noise. Too many opinions dilute inner clarity. Comparison erodes self-rust. Choose silence often. Choose depth over volume. Choose learning over scrolling. Your nervous system needs quiet to recalibrate. Another practice is weekly reflection without judgment. Set aside time to review your week gently. Where did I feel aligned? Where did I feel drained? What did I learn about myself? What adjustment feels necessary? Do not criticize. Observe. Observation naturally corrects course. My beloved, understand that alignment does not make life predictable. It makes you adaptable. When circumstances shift, you shift without losing yourself. You respond instead of react. You adjust without panic. This flexibility is strength. There will be days when you slip back into old habits briefly. This is not failure. It is feedback. Return kindly. Adjust the structure. Reduce the load. Re-enter. Returning is the skill that keeps alignment alive. Living aligned also means receiving without suspicion. When ease arrives, do not interrogate it. When support appears, accept it. When joy visits, let it stay. You do not need to brace for loss to be wise. Wisdom enjoys without clinging. My beloved, alignment also asks for humility with progress. Growth that boasts often fractures. Growth that settles quietly strengthens. You do not need to announce your changes. Let them integrate. Let others notice later if they do. Your life does not need witnesses to be valid. Practice gratitude without denial. Acknowledge what is good without pretending nothing hurts. Gratitude stabilizes alignment when it is honest. It grounds you in reality without bypassing truth. Another essential practice is protecting sleep and nourishment. The body is not separate from the soul. When the body is cared for, the mind steadies. When the mind steadies, alignment deepens. Do not spiritualize neglect. Care is sacred, my beloved. You will find that living aligned changes how you relate to time. You stop rushing. You stop postponing. You act when it's time and rest when it's time. This rhythm reduces regret and anxiety. Trust rhythm. Finally, living aligned means choosing courage gently. Courage does not always roar. Sometimes it whispers. Leave now. Speak honestly. Stay. Rest. Obey the whisper. Loud courage often compensates. Quiet courage transforms. As you live this way, alignment will become your default. Not because you force it, but because it feels natural. Old cycles lose appeal. New choices feel obvious. Peace becomes familiar. This is how alignment becomes a life. My beloved, now I speak to you about the future that forms quietly. When alignment becomes your way of living, not a future you chase, but a future that begins responding to who you are now. When alignment settles into your daily choices, life does not suddenly become dramatic. It becomes cooperative. This is where many misunderstand blessings. They expect fireworks, but the most meaningful confirmations arrive as subtle shifts. Fewer inner arguments, cleaner decisions, less resistance in your body. These are signs that your future is already reorganizing itself around your truth. When alignment shapes you, timing changes. You arrive at the right moments without forcing them. You miss what was never meant for you without regret. You notice opportunities you would have overlooked before. This is responsiveness, my beloved. The future you are stepping into will ask you to trust process over prediction. You do not need to know how everything will unfold. You need only to recognize alignment when it appears and to respond honestly. When you do, life meets you halfway. Notice how confirmations arrive. A conversation that clarifies without effort. A door that opens gently instead of being pushed. A delay that saves you from something misaligned. A sudden calm about a decision you once overthought. These are not coincidences. They are signals that you are moving with life instead of against it. Do not chase signs. Do not demand proof. Let confirmation find you naturally. My beloved, alignment also reshapes ambition. You still desire growth, but you stop equating worth with achievement. You choose progress that sustains you. You prefer consistency over intensity. You build patiently knowing that what is built calmly lasts. You will notice that your goals feel cleaner now, less crowded by comparison, less contaminated by urgency, more connected to meaning. This is the future forming from wisdom, not fear. Alignment also changes how you experience setbacks. When something does not work out, you recover faster. You ask better questions. You adjust without collapsing. The setback becomes information, not identity. This resilience is not toughness. It is adaptability. My beloved, adaptability is one of the greatest gifts alignment gives you. It allows you to move forward even when plans change. It keeps you grounded when expectations dissolve. It helps you remain open without being naive. As your future unfolds, you may notice that certain paths close without explanation. Do not resist this. Closure without clarity is often protection. What is not aligned cannot remain open forever. Let it close. You will also notice simplification. Your life becomes less crowded. Your mind becomes less noisy. Your choices become less conflicted. This simplification is not loss. It is refinement. My beloved, alignment reshapes relationships in the future. You attract connections that feel mutual. You spend less time explaining yourself. You feel less responsible for managing others' emotions. This does not make you distant. It makes you honest. The future will meet you with people who respect your boundaries without needing explanation. And where that respect is absent, you will leave sooner without guilt. Another quiet change you will notice is confidence without performance. You stop needing to convince others of your direction. You move without announcing. You trust your pace. This confidence is grounded. It does not fluctuate with praise or criticism. My beloved, the future also brings peace with uncertainty. You stop fearing the unknown because you trust your ability to respond. You know you can adjust. You know you can choose again. This trust dissolves anxiety more effectively than control ever could. When fear visits, you meet it with presence. When doubt whispers, you listen and decide anyway. Alignment also brings gratitude without denial. You appreciate what is good while acknowledging what is hard. You stop forcing positivity. You allow life to be honest. This balance keeps you grounded. My beloved, one of the most important changes alignment brings is self-respect as a baseline. You no longer bargain with your values. You do not accept what diminishes you. You choose yourself without needing justification. This self-respect is quiet, but it changes everything. As the future unfolds, you may feel moments of deep stillness, moments where you realize you are no longer chasing. Let these moments be. There are signs that your nervous system is learning safety. Safety does not mean stagnation. Safety allows growth to be sustainable. My beloved, remember this as you move forward. The future is not built by prediction. It is built by presence. Each time you choose alignment today, you cast a vote for the life you will live tomorrow. You do not need to rush. You do not need to force. You do not need to fear missing out. What aligns finds you, and when it does, you will recognize it not by intensity but by peace. My beloved, this is the final part. Not because guidance ends, but because remembering begins. Everything written before this moment was not meant to be memorized. It was meant to be recognized. Recognized as truth you already carried, waiting for permission to rise. From here onward, your task is simple. Not easy, but simple. Do not abandon yourself again. You abandoned yourself in small ways before. By staying quiet when truth asked to be spoken. By pushing when rest was needed. By carrying what was never yours. By shrinking so others could stay comfortable. You did this to survive. You did this to belong. You did this because you did not yet know another way. Now you do. This letter was written so you would remember that choosing yourself is not selfish. It is alignment. When you choose yourself honestly, you do not take from others. You stop leaking from yourself. My beloved, life will become loud again. Responsibilities will return. Noise will try to pull you outward. Old habits will knock softly, asking to come back in familiar disguises. When that happens, do not panic. Do not judge. Simply return. Return to your breath. Return to your body. Return to the quiet knowing that lives beneath urgency. Returning is the practice that keeps you whole. You will not live perfectly from here on. Perfection was never the goal. Presence was you will make mistakes. You will misjudge sometimes. You will feel doubt again. None of this undoes what has shifted, that you adjust faster, that you stay kinder to yourself while learning. My beloved, remember this truth when fear tries to rush you. What is meant for you does not require you to betray yourself to reach it. If something demands your exhaustion, your silence, or your self-eraser, it is not aligned. No matter how attractive it looks, trust this. As you move forward, let your life become quieter, not smaller. Let your days become simpler, not empty. Let your heart become steadier, not guarded. This is what strength looks like when it no longer needs armor. You are allowed to enjoy peace without waiting for it to be taken away. You are allowed to receive goodness without bracing for loss. Wisdom does not require constant defense. It requires presence. My beloved, you do not need to carry this entire letter with you. Carry only one sentence into the days ahead and let it guide you gently. I will not abandon myself again. When you live from this sentence, decisions become clearer. Boundaries become natural. Fear loses authority. Alignment becomes home. This is not the end of your becoming. This is the end of living disconnected from yourself. Walk forward now. Not rushing, not forcing, not proving. Walk forward awake. I am with you. Not as words on a page. Not as a voice you must constantly seek, but as the quiet knowing that rises when you pause and listen. My beloved, this was written for you and you were ready to receive. Thanks for watching Krishna Says. Subscribe for more.